Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video like up. There are days in Hope Valley that feel ordinary. The sound of the sawmill humming in the background, the horses neighing gently in their stables, the children's laughter ringing from the schoolyard like a lullaby that reassures the heart. But then there are days when everything changes, when one decision, one journey, one farewell, tilts the entire town towards something new. Today is one of those days. As the sun rises over Hope Valley, there's a hush in the air, on a silence of fear or sadness, but a breathless pause, as though the land itself is listening for what comes next. The townsfolk go about their morning routines with just a little more care, a little more attention. Something's different. Elizabeth Thornton stands at her front porch, little Jack's hand nestled tightly in hers. Nathan Grant stands beside her. Their faces are calm, but their eyes tell a deeper story. After many nights of difficult discussions and tearful hope, they've made a decision that will reshape their lives and perhaps even Hope Valley itself. They're leaving temporarily, they say, for Cape Fullerton, where little Jack will begin treatment at a special medical center. But everyone knows that sometimes temporary can grow roots. Hope Valley is a place that has weathered storms, fires, mine explosions, emotional heartbreaks, and separations, but it has always emerged stronger, stitched together by the hearts that call it home. And today that heart beats both heavy and hopeful. The morning bell rings from the schoolhouse. But this time it isn't to begin classes. Today it chimes as a signal to gather. Everyone is expected at the town square for a farewell breakfast. Rosemary Coulter, ever the planner, has organized a table lined with fresh biscuits, raspberry jam, and her famous huckleberry muffins. Lee stands beside her, balancing trays and trying to appear composed, though anyone who knows him can see the emotion in his eyes. Minnie and Joseph bring their special homemade syrup, and Faith Carter provides small wellness pouches to send with. Elizabeth filled with herbs, handwritten notes, and a lucky charm. Even Fiona has crafted a makeshift travel kit from the barbershop, filled with soaps, combs, and a tiny mirror, insisting that even in hardship, one must maintain dignity. Florence and Ned offer something truly touching, a memory box. Inside are tiny symbols from every family in Hope Valley, a button from Robert's old coat, a painted pebble from Angela, a page from one of Hickham's engineering sketches, a pair of knitted gloves from Molly, a lace ribbon from Eddie's bonnet. Each item represents more than a keepsake, it's a piece of home. The mood is not mournful. There are smiles, tears, hugs, and even laughter. But above all, there is love. Real, quiet, enduring love, the kind that speaks louder in actions than words. Elizabeth moves through the crowd like a woman, both grateful and grieving. Her arms are filled with gifts and goodbyes, but her eyes stay fixed on the future. Nathan, stoic yet tender, never lets go of her hand except to lift little Jack into the wagon. It's a symbolic gesture. He's carrying the weight of this new path, not just for himself, but for both of them. As the horses prepare to trot eastward, Bill Avery steps forward. He's always been the law, the order, the moral center of Hope Valley. But today, his voice cracks as he offers them one final wish. Whatever road you travel, know that you always have a way back. The wagon begins to move, and the town stands in reverent silence, waving, holding lanterns, clutching tissues, hands on hearts. It's not just a farewell, it's a transformation. In that moment, everyone understands something is ending, but something else is beginning. Back in the saloon, Lucas Bouchard stands at the window, watching them disappear down the road. His expression is unreadable, but in his heart, he knows this chapter needed closure. His connection with Elizabeth may have faded into history, but he's found a strange comfort in Edie, the woman who has brought calm after chaos. Their relationship remains undefined, quietly blossoming. Edie tends to stay out of drama's spotlight, but there's something soothing about her presence, her honesty, her strength. Lucas, having seen political corruption, lost love, and public scrutiny, finds peace in her quiet wisdom. It's a subtle romance, one that unfolds in shared glances, nighttime walks, and unspoken care. Elsewhere in town, Rosemary leans against Lee's shoulder as they gaze out at the fading wagon trail. "They'll come back," she whispers. "What?" "They'll be different," Lee nods, wrapping an arm around her, saying, "And so will we." Angela and Cooper sketch the wagon in motion. In Angela's drawing, the wagon glows gold. "That's the light Mama says surrounds people who carry hope," she says. Minnie wipes a tear and says, "She's right, honey. It's exactly what they carry." But even amid farewells, life in Hope Valley moves forward. Faith Carter has begun writing to a medical journal, hoping to document little Jack's journey for future readers. She's also mentoring a young aspiring nurse named Clara Joy, who might soon be the next generation's healer. Joseph has been asked to speak at a provincial conference on community resilience. And although he initially hesitates, Minnie encourages him. "The world needs to hear what Hope Valley has taught us," she says. Meanwhile, Mike Hickam uncovers an old blueprint of the town's water system. And with the help of Henry Gowan, recently returned and seeking redemption, they begin exploring improvements that could prepare Hope Valley for future growth. Their partnership is unexpected, but Gowan's humility and Hickam's kindness seem to create balance. And then a letter arrives. It's addressed to the people of Hope Valley and sealed with a golden wax stamp. Fiona opens it in the post office and gasps. It's from a historical preservation society. Hope Valley is being nominated as a heritage site. The announcement stirs excitement, responsibility, and pride. Plans begin forming for a festival, not just to celebrate the town's legacy, but to remind everyone that even as residents come and go, Hope Valley itself stands as a testament to love, loyalty, and growth. As the sun sets, the lanterns around town flicker on one by one at the edge of town. A new family arrives, a young couple with a toddler and a wagon filled with dreams. They are greeted by Molly and Ned, who smile and say, "Welcome home." Because that's what Hope Valley always is: a home, a beginning, an ending, a promise that life, no matter how hard, always finds a way to continue. In this week's episode of When Calls the Heart, the story gently shifts from what has been to what could be. Through tearful farewells and courageous steps forward, the characters remind us of what it means to love boldly, live faithfully, and lean on each other when the road becomes uncertain. Elizabeth and Nathan's journey is more than a physical departure. Is the culmination of years of storylines layered in pain, healing, and hope. It signals a new horizon, not just for them, but for the narrative of the series itself. Their courage to step into the unknown represents the evolution of the show's message, from surviving tragedy to choosing joy, no matter the cost. Hope Valley remains the heart. The characters are its rhythm. And as viewers, we are the breath that keeps it all alive. So as the lanterns flicker into the night sky and the train whistle echoes faintly from afar, we lean in closer, not to say goodbye, but to whisper, "We're still here. We're still listening. We're still hopeful."